Hey there, it's Margie Birch with Remax Trend, and I keep saying that I'm going to do more videos. So I wanted to give you guys a few tips, and these are questions I hear very often. Things that sellers should do when they're getting their house ready to sell. So I have 8 tips of what you should do. Number one is curb appeal. First thing, they pull up to your house and they're making a decision in the first 10 seconds, probably, whether they're going to like your house or not. So, obviously, make sure your yard looks good, it's mowed and trimmed. Add some flowers if you need to around the front door and, maybe even replace your mailbox. Those are a couple of things you can do. Maybe a couple of things that are a little less obvious is pressure washing your house and your driveway and the walkway up to the front door, the soffits, things like that. People look at all of that stuff, especially when they're standing around waiting for their realtor to let them in the door or for you to come to your door if you're selling it yourself. They're looking around at the front of your house. So, you might even want to paint the front door a fun color, something that complements your house, and replace an old light fixture or hardware if you need to. Just imagine somebody coming up to your front door and how they would look at it. So, number two, they walk in the front door and people will notice immediately whether your house is clean or not. And I know that that's a tough one. Realtors don't like to talk to their customers about it, but it's so, so important to make sure that your house is really, really clean. Look up, check out your light fixtures and your ceiling fans, things that you probably don't notice very often. And if you can't do it yourself, then it's worth it to spend the money to hire a cleaning company. It really makes a huge difference, and you will get that money back immediately, I promise. So, along with cleaning comes decluttering. And I know you've heard it, I know you watch HGTV, but you really need to make sure that you declutter your home. And I don't mean put everything away. You don't want to make it look sterile, but be selective about what decorations you have out. And please, please put away your grandmother's collection of Hummels or your beer steins or whatever collections you might have. It's just distracting for buyers and it makes your house look messier. So, plus it makes it hard to keep clean, which you need to do while you're selling it. So just pack it up and then it's ready for your new house. Next is, people notice things, they feel like your house may not be kept up as well as it should be. So, I mean, like the little things. Maybe you have that honey-do list you haven't been able to get to, a leaky faucet or a loose cabinet door, something like that. People notice that kind of stuff and it makes them think that maybe your house isn't very well taken care of. So, tackle that honey-do list before you list your house for sale. And another big one that I often hear from buyers is the outdoor space. We get a lot of buyers here from out of state, cold climates, Michigan, Illinois, New York, and they want to see a really nice, welcoming outdoor space. So if you have a lanai or a patio, fix it up a little bit, add some new cushions to your chairs or some plants. Just make it look welcoming because that's often the first thing people look at when they come into your house. And so it makes sense to have that space looking really nice. And the last tip I have is another kind of touchy one that your realtor probably won't tell you is people notice if your house smells bad. So it's tough, and I get it, but you live in your house, and sometimes that happens. But get a friend or somebody that you trust to come over, take a look around, see how your house looks and smells, because people notice, and especially this is important if you have pets or you're a smoker. So it's easy. Just get some air fresheners, the plug-in kind. That's all you need to do. None of these things are difficult or expensive, and they will make a huge difference in how your house, sells, whether how quickly it sells, and how much money you get for it. So those are my tips, and I hope it helps. And if you have any other questions about that, feel free to reach out, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.